G'day people, today I'm in Kings Park in the city of Perth and I'm going to cross Thomas Street and I'm going to have a look at the city of Subiaco at Keatley Street and Evans Street, where they're going to build a safe active street from this intersection down to, or is it Stubbs Terrace, whatever, down to the railway line. Now, construction is due to start in October, so we've got a unique opportunity to have a look at these streets before any work is done on them and to see what the impact is. So as of next year, when they finish in April, we'll be able to do a before and after analysis. Now I decided to start here at Saw Avenue in Kings Park because I wanted to show the connectivity that this safe active street is going to have into the rest of the bike network. So Kings Park itself is a destination, and if I continued on, I could up here, for instance, on this path, this would take me up to Kings Park Ave, and there's a nice new shed path that's been constructed there. And that would take me up to Parliament House and onto the city, which then connects into a whole network of paths there, which I could go all over the place. But we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to cross over here and have a look. So where this starts is kind of on the other side of that grey car over there. So I'm not going straight ahead at this intersection. Where those trees are over there, I don't know if you can really see them. See where that guy is over there. I'm going to kind of cut over there and bear left, and there's a dead end street there, a cul-de-sac, and that's where this thing starts. So I'm very interested in the connectivity they create here. I don't think there's any in the plan, but what the main roads probably need to do is put some bicycle and pedestrian lanterns up here, because there are no pedestrian or bike lanterns at all across this intersection. But I think that's outside the scope of this project. Alright, so we'll come across here, and there's a little ramp I'm going to take. I don't know if they're going to change this. I think the boundary between the city of Perth and Subiaco runs right down the middle of that. Now, the detailed designs have been put up on the Subiaco website. I'll put a link into them. And what they're going to make extensive use of what do you call it, intersection platforms, raised platforms. So every intersection like this one, they're going to put in red asphalt right across it and raise it slightly. So it'll be like a shallow speed hump, but across the entire intersection, slowing down traffic in all directions. And they're not putting in many speed humps on this route at all. That's because the intersections are so close together that by putting in those raised platforms at each crossing, they don't need speed humps. Now, they've already chopped this street up decades ago into these short sections, put cut-throughs in for pedestrians and cyclists. And again, they're going to put red asphalt in around these curves to obviously slow down drivers as they're going around the corner, so we can get across without getting clobbered by drivers hopefully speeding around these bends. I don't think they have to remove any parking along here to do this, and I think, as you can see, by chopping these streets up already, they've reduced well. I'd be very interested to know what the current 85th percentile speeds are along here. I think at the moment they're supposed to be putting in traffic monitoring stuff, whatever that means. So what they've done with other safe active streets is they've monitored, I think they've put in those like pneumatic counters across the road. I haven't seen them so far, to do traffic counts before and after they do the work, and also put up video cameras, I guess, to look for cyclists and pedestrians so they can do a count before and after to see whether there's an increase or a decrease in vehicle movements, pedestrian movements and bicycle movements. And I guess if they've got, well, they're able to calculate the 85th percentile for the existing streets. Are they putting up some kind of speed monitoring thing as well I have no idea. But anyway, I think you can see so far that These are quiet, narrow streets. Now, we get to this one, which is Derby, and yeah, that red driver, that red car, is zooming and booming. So we'll have to have a look at what they're doing there. At least there's an existing island in the middle, but are they going to do something to calm the traffic coming in both directions there? Now here, we get to Excelsior, we go around this park to the south, because it's a one-way street that way, I think. And this is a nice park. Here at lunchtime. Been here at lunchtime a few times, and there's always people out here having lunch, obviously. And look at this, is such a beautiful tree-lined canopy here. It's absolutely amazing. The branches of these trees on my right just go right across the road to the other side. So we'll hang right into Evans. So there's a lake there, there's lots of bird life. There's a kids' playground over there. So again, it's a good destination for people that want to be active. There's plenty of room there for kicking your footy around, doing yoga classes, walking around the park, walking the dogs, riding bikes. You know, it's a couple of 100 metres across in both directions. I guess the only thing you wouldn't see there is people kayaking and windsurfing, perhaps. Now, in terms of other destinations, there are main streets that run parallel to this on both sides, and there's lots of shops and cafes and businesses of all sorts. And in fact, when we get up here a little bit further, I'm going to duck off and just show you where the offices of the Subiaco Post are. Look, and they're a business. And the reason I'm going to do that is because someone at the Subiaco Post, all of them, absolutely seem to hate cyclists. And the way I found out about this project was reading the usual disdainful article, you know, about this work with you know, whoever wrote it saying, oh, you know, there's lots of unhappy residents and that kind of thing. In fact, there they are down here. This is how close Subiaco Post is going to be to Safe Factory Street. Think about it. Think, you know, all the salespeople, the editor and the writers, the journos, they're right at their front door. They'll be able to ride or scooter to work quite safely if that's what they want to do. It's free paper, should have picked up a copy of the door. Right, let's hang a left now. Somewhere along here, and I'm not sure where, it might be this next section up on the other side of the stop sign, they are putting down 3 speed humps. And I don't know if that's because of the hill with the slope, and I think drivers are going to be going faster because of the gradient, or whether it's because there's a lack of cross streets between here and the top of the hill. Because one of the lessons learned from the other projects is they found that drivers don't slow down if the speed humps are more than 100 metres apart. You've got to have lots of traffic calming measures. Listen to this, there's swings in the tree here. It's a common feature along a lot of these quiet streets. It tells me that the residents, especially those with kids, really appreciate a quiet neighbourhood where the kids can go and play outside and do stuff on their own without worrying about being run over by a speeding car. Okay, you can see there's no intersection along there. So that probably explains speed humps. Now we go around the corner here, some traffic lights. This is Shenton Park railway station on the other side of the road there. So another destination point. Alright, mate. Good thing about those lights is how quickly they change. Now, the reason I'm going to ride through here is, of course, the train station is another destination. there's a what do you call it? A secure lock cage on the other side here for bicycles and scooters. Came through yesterday. Yes, there were bicycles and an e-scooter in there. And this is also where the Shenton Park College is. So, high school with lots and lots of kids. And this is also where the principal shared path going to Fremantle runs. So that's the PSP running past us there. I could get on that and head south for a long way. And here is the bike cage. Just gone past it. I've parked in front of it. Of course, these bike shelters are at every station around the network. And there at the moment we've got one e-scooter and one bicycle. Now if I just go up here a little bit, we have Shenton College. And this crossing in the morning and afternoons is absolute mayhem with heaps and heaps of kids crossing there to get the train home. So, just here. There's a big campus over there. So hopefully that gives you a rough idea of the kind of connectivity that's around here and why that safe active street I think is well located. Good connectivity between two bicycle routes. I mean, look, that PSP is a fantastic bike route into Subiaco, leadable into the city. But, you know, people who live over that way in Shenton Park will now have an easy alternative where they'll be able to ride up to Kings Park and go into the city that way if they want to take the scenic route, if you like. You know, that's the freeway, that's the tourist drive. All right. Now, on the way back, I'm going to show you another business, because that's where I'm going to stop for lunch. So instead of turning south, I'm going to go north, because there's more businesses and cafes and stuff up on Nicholson Avenue. I can never remember the names. Anyway, it's a cafe called Circus, and what I like about it, it's got bike ramps right out the front. It's also got a very interesting range of food. They advertise themselves as a cafe and whole food shop, and you can spend a lot of money in there on good, fancy pasta and all those kind of things. If you like white balsamic vinegar and truffle oil and things like stuff you might not get in Coles, it's not a bad option. They've got seating out on the street, and they've also got an outdoor seating area, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're looking at the safe active street. So, looking at it first, you can see they've already got some red asphalt down intersections like this, and in fact there's a little speed hump there. And I'm going to turn right just to show you what they've also done up here at this intersection, because at the stop sign there's already a raised platform here with red asphalt. So it's not like what they're planning on doing on that safe active street is any different to what they've already done in places like that. So that's the corner of Onslow and Herbert. You can see there's some businesses on that corner. Let's go get back on to Evans and go and get some lunch because I'm famished. I'll go through the park. What the hell? This is actually my third time doing this because yesterday it was blowing a gale, there were tree branches coming down everywhere and the audio didn't come out that well. So just got a bit of water in the pond or the lake at the moment. It's rained quite a bit the last few days. Just I got to watch for ducks. Duck. And make sure I don't. Got to focus on not riding off the edge into the water there as well. It doesn't look too clean. So this is what I meant about nice big playground, swings and all that kind of stuff, and seats. And oh look, barbecues. Don't know if the barbecues are working or not, but there they are. This is another feature I like about Perth. Dog poo bags. They're absolutely everywhere. Normally, every rubbish bin seems to have a box of dog poo bags tied to it. It's a fantastic idea for keeping things clean. Alright. So it's a nice little destination. No, that's actually not one way, it just says one lane. It's a slow point. So again, they've narrowed that street there. So, you know, if drivers want to go both ways, someone has to give way. And all of these streets already, a lot of them look so narrow, but if you've got cars parked on both sides of them, they're effectively a one-way street. So someone needs to be polite, pull over and give way to, you know, a driver coming the other way. So, you know, I don't think people that live here would, what would you call it? They're already trained in how to deal with that kind of situation. I know when they've done other safe active streets, one of the complaints they've had is when they've narrowed the street somehow, drivers get confused about who has priority. Well, I think it's one of those things that you just get used to with a bit of practice. And here, we've probably had some practice. I'm just trying to remember which street it is I'm supposed to turn up. And a lot of these side streets like that was what I would call a laneway, you know, wider than your average laneway, but not particularly wide. It's not like you're getting a lot of through traffic here. That's a one-way street because, you know, the street's already been chopped up. And it's not like the traffic that's going fast. Sorry, it's not like the traffic that is here is going fast. It's pretty hard to go fast the way the street is at the moment. So I'm not sure where the Subiaco Post gets this idea that this is going to be deeply unpopular. It's taking a street which is already divided, already low speed, not removing any parking, you know, just improving the amenity. Have I missed it? Might be a bit further up here. Now it's already a bike route, you can see by the symbols, NW14, it's the first sign I've noticed though. And it's a cul-de-sac up the end of the street here. So, you know, there's a jumping thing and a swing back there, which I guess shows that, you know, the residents like their kids to be able to play on the street. Okay, I think I've completely missed it. I think that's why they need the traffic car, because the driver's like that one. Alright, well I'm just going to ride up to, I think it's Nicholson. I'm going to roll down it and find the cafe that way. And I guess by doing that, we can think about why didn't they put the bike route on Nicholson and why didn't they use Onslow? Well, I think the answer is if you want a street to be safe, you want the traffic to be slow. And you don't want to slow down traffic kind of major thoroughfares like Onslow and Nicholson, you find a quiet street and make sure it stays quiet. But even here, it's the main thoroughfare. You can see up ahead there's some red speed cushions. So again, you know, they're doing their best to slow down traffic going through Shenton Park, and I think that's because this is a commercial area here. Yeah, that's where we're heading, where the signs are out front, and they don't want people tearing past you know, the shops and all the rest of it. Okay, so we're turning. That will do for that one.